Alright guys, welcome to Popcorn and Gore Gothic Grindhouse. We're going over some boutique labels, horror for the month of April. This is my birthday month, and I'm celebrating all my pretty much month long of horror and hand-picked stuff that I pretty much got out of my archive vault. And don't forget guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And apologize guys, I haven't done a video in a while because I've been totally busy filming and all that kind of good stuff and writing scripts. So this is my birthday month, so what not better to bring out my favorite director for my entire birthday month of April. Because my birthday's on the 20th, so we'll be celebrating all of my horror from out of my vintage vault. So Night of the Living Dead, 50th anniversary, beautifully done by George A. Romero, will be rolling for this month. These are all going to be rolling too. Also, don't forget guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And feel free to leave me some comments and let me know what movies you're watching since the weather's getting warm. And everybody's streaming and movies are coming out. It's like almost a nice, predominantly time to sit back and just watch some movies and order from boutique labels. So these will be all my boutique labels when it comes to my horror collection. Night of the Living Dead, 50th anniversary. All right, so next up we have the Cretan edition, Blu-ray, beautifully done. Packed with all the special features and all. We have a lot of stuff to go through, guys, so I'm going to predominantly, not pretty much run through them, but I'll take y'all through them step by step of all that stuff that's going on. And that trailer was beautifully done by, film composing score was done by me too also. Because Night of the Living Dead is my favorite film of all times, and I have just about everything in here, Night of the Living Dead. So this is the Cretan edition. All right, so next up we have Tom Savini's cut, the remake of 1990 version of Night of the Living Dead. I'm a huge fan of Tom Savini and his special effects work. And I think he totally rocks when it comes to making features. And I do also have City of the Living Dead too also, which is his film, the one that he directed to also. But this is the 90s cut remake of the Night of the Living Dead, 68 version. But Tom Savini did a spin on it by adding Patricia Tallman as Barbara, and I think it was Tony Todd as Ben. Beautifully done. Okay, so we have the 12 film Flesh Face, Zombies Unbrained, which is another one of my favorites too also. These are some of the cuts that are on here. Carnival of Souls and Horror of the Zombies, which is another one of my favorites. Okay, so we have Creepshow 2. I do also have Creepshow 1. But Creepshow 2 for me was the ultimate, especially Old Chief Woodenhead and The Raft and all that kind of good stuff. Thanks for the Ride, Lady. You know, all that kind of good stuff on here. Creepshow 2. Next up, we have my complete series of Tales from the Dark Side, which is another one of my favorites too also. I'm a huge fan of George Romero. Y'all already know. And I like the skits. Just to name a few, Baker's Dozen, Halloween, Which You Need. Just to name a few. Seasons of Change. Just to name a few episodes from off of here that I liked. Yeah, and it goes on and on and on and on. Take a complete season. Television series. I remember when it first came on. Just to give y'all guys a look on the inside. Sorry about the glare, guys, but yeah, these are all the way through. Yep, that's from the Dark Side of the complete series. The Dark Side awaits. All right, so next up we have Friday the 13th, 1 through 4, which is another one of my favorites too. Also, I'm a huge fan of the first 4 anyway. Well, 5 anyway. After that, nah, y'all can keep it. Don't forget, guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And feel free to leave me some comments at the bottom on what movies you're watching for the month of April for this warm weather. And maybe we can talk about some films to go. And click that like button and subscribe. All right, so next up we have Cannibal Girls, which is one of my favorites. And this is also a reversible artwork cover, which I already reversed it already. Eugene Levy was pretty much a talented guy. And Gloria, well, she plays as Gloria. All the girls. This cover is pretty much badass. I thought it was totally badass. And Andrea Martin, she plays a good character too also, because she plays as Gloria. And she really did this thing up really, really good. And this, like I said, this is also reversible. And then we have, this is the artwork inside it for the booklet. For the chapters menu. And then here is the reversible artwork. This is the one I had it on the first time. When I first bought this, this is what it looked like. But then I reversed it to the black and white. Because I seen the disc, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. So I'm going to do it the same color as the disc. So yeah, so we have it all ready together. That's what it looks like. And this is the chapter menus card. He said, all you do is cook, sit around here and cook and eat. Food can be a marvelous appetizer. And when that bell rings, that's your ass. Because it's a warning bell they got installed on here for people who are scared to see this. And the trailer is pretty much badass too also, because there's a radio spot, there's a trailer spot, and there's a teaser trailer too also. And there's also a TV trailer, because they just about did this film as much as they can, and I fell in love with this film. And they had a huge time trying to just give y'all guys a little bit of synopsis on what they went through to try to get this film published. And they were going around and people were like, no, 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 no. So they finally got this one guy who was interested in the script. And he was like, well, I'll pick it up. And they thought he was a joke. And the guy was like, are you sure? He said, yeah. He says, okay, could you put that in writing? And yeah, he gave him cash up front. And he ended up, they had to reshoot some scenes again, obviously. And once they got it all finished up, it rolled and everybody pretty much loved it. Cannibal Girls. And I could imagine seeing this for the first time too, also as a screener, just sitting back and watching it. I mean, it was beautifully done because it was an excellent story. And the way how they had it all going on with the girls, and they told a story about how they were cannibals and all that kind of good stuff. And then Andrea Martin and Eugene Levy added to the flavor of the movie by introducing themselves to the girls. And when they ended up stopping by, they didn't know that they were going to be the treat. But what I like about it is because Andrea Martin, which is her name is Gloria, she ended up joining the girls, and Eugene Levy was sacrificed because he was going to leave her there to get sacrificed. I thought that was pretty badass, and I haven't seen a script like that since this one movie called I think it was an old school movie that had the same script, something like that, with the girls. So I thought that was pretty much badass. So yeah, Cannibal Girls. One of my favorites. Next up, Night of the Lepus, which you wrote last night too also. One of my favorites too also. Rory Calhoun, Stuart Whitman, and Janet Leigh. I'm a huge fan of the Lepus, which is a short name cannibal for rabbit, giant rabbit. And it says, your hair will stand on end. And sure enough, you will see when you see those giant rabbits running through this motherfucker. It was pretty much badass. I loved it. Night of Lepus. From MGM. Because that's what they say. All right, so now we're going to get into some boutique labels. They're not in any particular order, but I'll bring them out. This is first up, Terror, One Step Beyond Horror, which is one of my favorites. And this is also reversible artwork and a combo pack. So this is what the reversible artwork looks like. I'll just take out one dish to show y'all. That's what it looks like. And this is the Blu-ray side. And this is the DVD side. Nothing special. But yeah, it's reversible. And this is one of my favorites too also. It reminds me of movies that came along. And plus the trailer is badass too. Also, in this pack full of special features. And this is all what it has inside. That it has this pack, jam-packed full of nothing but good stuff. Terror, One Step Beyond. And beautifully done by Vinegar Syndrome. Because I believe I did put Vinegar Syndrome in first. So it's going to be a lot from my boutique label. So don't forget, guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. My boutique label horror collection for my birthday month of April. My birthday is on the 20th of this month. So I'll be celebrating my birthday all month long with some selections from my vintage horror collection. Terror, One Step Beyond Horror. And I like the trailer too because it also says, that's terror. When you run in fright and you're scared of things in the night, that's terror. When you may be killed, but you're still running and you're running for the rest of your life, that's terror. I was like, wow, that's just badass. And then you can see her just going through it. This shit rocks. Terror is really the shit. Because most films, it's like when they come out, they boast about this in the trailer and boast about that on the trailer. And they don't even be pretty good. But this boasts about it and is about it. Terror is good. So, all right, guys, so next up, which is my favorite, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. I remember when I first saw this on a internet channel, and this is newly restored too also, because you should have seen the way it looked like before they actually restored it. It was kind of like really, you couldn't see too much of the image because it was very, in the dark. And I really have the original version unmastered. Or unrestored, if you will. And I had a tough time just trying to see it, but I ended up just watching anyway. I kept saying when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll just get it. So yeah, there it was. And there was a rumor that, well, it wasn't a rumor, it was true that my other director, Tevye Michaels, along with Roger Corman also, these are my favorite directors, but Tevye Michaels was on set and had a hand in letting them know about they should just turn the lighting down because he was like, you're trying to build suspense. So if I was you, I'd turn the lighting down. And they did. They listened to him, and then look what happened. It became a staple. And then this is also reversible artwork. That's what the reversible artwork looks like. And then on the inside, they have, because this is the poster for the original artwork, this is the other side of it. Apologize about the glare, guys. But that's what it looks like. And then this is just the little booklet that comes with it. A small little introduction to the film itself. And a little bit of lobby cards all plastered all over it, which I thought was pretty badass. I like that one right there. That lobby card, that's pretty much badass. I would love to have that lobby card in my collection. Because I'm starting a new shelf anyway, and I'll be happy to add some lobby cards from this in my collection. There's a PG rating on it. Oh, it's beautifully done. Yep. And then on this one, we just have the shot of it. It says, you're invited to Orville's coming out party. It'll be a screen yours. But too bad somebody should have told them that children shouldn't play with dead things. And the children were having such a wonderful time, laughing and laughing until Orville's friends showed up. Then they screamed and screamed and screamed. Children shouldn't play with dead things. 1972, my fucking favorite. I love this shit. Ultimate, beautifully done. So I'm glad that Tevye Michaels had a hand in telling them to turn the lighting down because they had it all lit up too bright. So because of that, wow, Tevye Michaels saved the day. All right, so moving up next, we have Deranged, inspired by the old Ed Gein story. And by far, yet, this is the closest to that story. And this is beautifully done. And he plays a good part of Ed Gein, and I like the whole cast, and thought they did a pretty much bang-up job. It's beautifully done by Kino Lorber. And these are some of the special features too. Also, and they got the original trailer. The original trailer was bomb too because it says Deranged. And you know it off the top because you can imagine seeing the trailer for this when it first came out. It was so badass because the trailer even scared the shit out of you. The same way how it did with Night of the Living Dead. But Deranged offered, like, you can tell there was straight cannibalism like going on because of the music, the theme of it. And all that kind of good stuff. So it was like kind of pretty much wild. I'm an independent film director myself, directing my own feature called Uncharted. It's a horror documentary about this house that infestates people who come in the house. And then I can't say too much about it, but it's going to be inspired off of all these films and my love for horror. But don't forget, guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And let's talk about some movies. But we have Deranged. Special features pretty much rocks. And he played a good character as Ed Gein, I tell you that. This thing rocks. All right, so moving on. Next up to my favorite, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I just did this with a shot of that ass because I like it. As a film director, I like that bottom shot because she was going to the house to check out because she kept calling him. And he didn't answer because he already pretty much went in already and was killed by Leatherface already. So she got off the swing and I headed towards the house. I like that low angle shot that he did just behind that ass. And what it did was it made the house look bigger and made it more mysterious by getting a low angle shot. And to celebrate that, I wanted to have it on the front cover of it. So this is why I did it. And this is what it looks like on the inside of the original before I had reversed it. So that's what it looks like. And this cover artwork is not reversible, but I just did it because, like I said, I like the shot of that ass, like I told y'all just a few minutes ago. And yeah, totally badass. And I believe this also has a steelbook too, also, and it also has a 4K release, which I didn't need it. I might get the steelbook release though, but yeah, I like the 4K. I mean, I like the this version. It's pretty much clear already. Bonus menus, everything else are pretty much cool. So I might just get it for the steelbook and have it displayed on my new shelf. Then I made this up yesterday. I took it from a DVD and actually cut it down and made it smallable for a Blu-ray. Here's all of the 5 movies of Phantasm. Yeah, it's one of my favorite in the franchise. Iconic horror. Still to this day, my favorite is Oblivion. I love Oblivion. So we have Phantasm. All right, so next up we have Slithers. Hell has no fury like Slithers, a.k.a. Spawn of the Slithers. I believe this is done by Co-Red, I think. Yep, Co-Red. And this road, too, also as a double feature, because y'all know in my lab I'll do double features. And I had this hooked up with Night of the Lepus. And I thought it was pretty much badass. So yeah, Slithers. All right, so next up, briefly done by Blue Underground, City of the Living Dead, which has a 4K release now. Everybody's celebrating the 4K release. And I'm happy with this because this is also a combo pack. And I'm a huge fan of Fulci's in this pack full of extras. Special features pretty much rocks. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I mean, this is not a combo pack, and it's not reversible either, but it's not too bad. And I like it. Save the Living Dead. It's one of Fulci's best. I'm a huge fan of Fulci. All right, so next up we have Anthropophagus, aka the Grim Reaper, aka Savage Island, with Tisha Farrells in this one. And I like this one because it was pretty much gory. So this is our Severin part of the thing. So first we went to Code Red, so now we're doing Severin. So we're going through all my boutique labels. So this is what this is, guys. It's a birthday treat all month long, celebrating my birthday month of April with all of my boutique labels, horror collections, handpicked from my vault of horror. And this is a Severin's release. It's beautifully done. And like I said, you have Tisha Farrells in this one. And she was in a lot of stuff too, also from Zombie to Bronze Warriors, Cannibal Ferex, Stage Fright. I mean, she was just in about just everything. And I like the way she acted in this one opposed to Zombie, because in Zombie she was a little bit dry acting, but in this one they had her moving around a lot. Her character called for her wanting to help solve why she can't find her friend. They ended up on this one island. Well, she went to the island where she was supposed to be coming back, but she was delayed because she got there kind of late, but her friends were already there already, and they ended up being eaten by this cannibal guy here who was left on the island to starve, and then he ended up having to do what he had to do. So I thought it was pretty much badass. And then my favorite scene out of this whole thing, when she took a candle and candle holder and threw it against the mirror, and it broke the whole entire mirror, and it exposed where he hid all the bodies at. So beautifully good scenes in this one. Beautifully done. Severin release of Anthropophagus. All right, next up, Severin again. We have Burial Ground. This is beautifully done by Andrew Blanchett. She's pretty much an Italian director, and she did a lot of films and directing for a lot of TV series and all that kind of good stuff like that. So she did this up pretty good. And she did it up so good that they were calling this Zombie 2. And I like her work. And this is also reversible artwork. And it comes with the slip cover too also, which I'll show you guys in a minute. I just took it off to show you how I reversed the cover. Now this is what's on it on the inside. And then let me show you guys. And this is the back. And then this is the slipcover for it. So I thought this was pretty much badass. And the Gates of Hell has opened. And it's pretty much badass. And on this one, I particularly like the fact when the little boy Michael bit off his mother's titty because he was like, he just wanted to just fondle her through this whole thing. And I thought that Andrea did a good job on just trying to keep the sequences up and rolling. And what you don't see in a lot of films is that these days, especially particularly with horror, where you get to have everybody killed separately, plus add people together and have them killed running from the horror, and then intertwine the two stories together at the same damn time. Like in this particular scene right here, where they were trying to kill her, but it was a guy with them, so he ended up putting himself in line because he wanted to protect them. He ended up getting killed, and then they started to come for her. Then she had to protect her son, so she then had to do something about it. So she took a candle and set one of them on fire, and then chopped the other one's head off with a gigantic old 18th century axe. So yeah, it was pretty much badass. So we have Burial Ground. So next up, guys, we have Zombie, which is I think it's reversible too. Also, I believe it is reversible. No, it's not reversible, but it does have the whole artwork on the inside and outside of for Zombie. So this is one of my favorites too, also, because I'm a huge Fulci fan, and this is beautifully done. And I believe this is cover A with the embossed worms in the eyes. And I remember I was going to see this on the giant screen, but didn't get a chance to see it. So I was like, oh, when it comes out, I'm going to grab it. Special features rocks. It's pretty much badass. And what can I say? Zombie is like truth. And this is the emboss one that I told you about. If you look at it, it kind of sticks out on the thing a little bit. Beautifully done by Blue Underground. And this is the 2-disc Ultimate Edition. I believe one is special features and the other one is the actual movie. I have yet to see the special features. I'm going to check that out too also. Maybe check that out today. But yeah, Zombie. All right, guys, so getting into the next one, we have The Children, which is my favorite. This is also a reversible artwork on the inside of it. So I'll show you guys what the reversible artwork looks like. All right, so this is the reversible artwork. I had it on this side at first with the children in Boston green like that. It looks pretty badass. So I decided to reverse it with the other one. And then this is the other side. So this is the Blu-ray, this is the DVD. So it's a combo pack, beautifully done by Severin. So some of my boutique labels. That's beautifully done. And so I think I like this one better because it pretty much look badass, the children. And I'll be getting the posters for this too. Also, I'm putting on a wall for the children. There's the Severin logo. And there's what it looks like on the back. Special features also rocks. And hey, and I like how you had the same music from Friday the 13th, which is pretty cool too also. So yeah, it was totally badass. The Children. All right, so next up, which is one of my favorites, by Earl. I think this is my Earl section now. Bloody Birthday. It's pretty much badass. There's no reversible artwork. Well, yeah, it is reversible artwork, but I meant to say it's not a combo pack. It's not a combo pack. It's just reversible artwork on it. And it's a shot of the birthday cake. I didn't want the shot of the birthday cake. I just wanted a shot of the way I had it before with the teddy bear, because I like the teddy bear with the ice cream cake sitting beside it. So I kind of wanted to have it like that. I think that will be, when you're saying bloody birthday, you're saying almost like kind of, demented wise. And then the teddy bear helps bring that out, especially with the teddy bear by the cake with a arch arrow through the eye. I mean, really does it pretty good. In which one lady does get an arrow through the eye in this particular one. This is packed full of extras. And it pretty much rocks. And this is one of my favorites. So don't forget, guys, click that like button and subscribe. This is my boutique label birthday month celebration collection, handpicked from my vault of horror. So this is my Earl side again. So we have Wizard of Gore, Amazing Montag. I believe this is a reversible artwork too. Yep. And inside of here, I burnt myself a copy of, because I didn't buy this yet, but I burnt myself a copy of the Go-Go Girls. So this is also reversible artwork. And there's the reversible artwork. So, yeah. The Amazing Montag the Magician. He says, you think you may be dreaming, only to end up in this theater, wishing it was all a dream. He said, but when you wake up, you have just begun to dream. I thought it was cool when he said that shit. The Wizard of Gore. I thought he was badass too. All right, so next up we have Herschel Gordon Lewis, which is another one of my favorite directors too also. Blood Feast. Briefly done by Earl. Special features wax. A lot of special editions on this particular one. And this is also a combo pack. And it's also reversible artwork. So there's the DVD. And this is the Blu-ray. I'm sorry, I moved it around. This is the DVD, that's the Blu-ray. So that's the original artwork on it. As the Godfather of Gore. He's my ultimate too also. So it's more like my birthday celebration is all my favorite directors all in one. Ted V. Michaels, Herschel Gordon Lewis, George A. Romero, and all the rest, and all the rest, and all the rest. Blood Feast. Have you ever had an Egyptian feast? Thought it was badass. That's why I like this cover. That's why I left it this way too also. And then next up for my Earls list, we have Malatestis, Carnival of Blood, which is my favorite. I also do have Carnival of Blood too also, and The Undertaker and His Pals, which I have that in my Classics vault. I'll do that on the next run. Right now, this is my boutique label ones, but I add that on another one. So just to show y'all guys that I do have that too also, because I bought them together too also. And this is also reversible artwork. And that's what it looks like. I like the poster artwork on it. Let me show she's all the way there. Yep. There you go. All right. So there she is, Malatestis, Carnival of Blood. It's one of my favorites. And I like it too because it also reminds me of Carnival of Souls in a way. And they all came out around the same time. I believe Carnival of Souls came out first. And this came out in the 70s. Yeah. It's beautifully done. Malatestis, Carnival of Blood. Now I'm going to show y'all guys Carnival of Blood and The Undertaker and His Pals on my classic section. I believe I have one more to go on Earl, and I'll show y'all what that one is. So we have Children of the Corn. And on the inside of here, I have them all together. 666 Fields of Terror. I have them all inside here. So I decided to just put them all together and make one big gigantic Children of the Corn. And this is also reversible artwork too also. Here's the original Blu-ray. This is the first version. And that's what the original artwork looks like. Apologize about the glare, guys. That's what the original artwork looks like. So I decided to put all the Children of the Corn together. Fields of Terror, The Harvest, The Gathering, 666, all together in one big Children of the Corn package. So that way, when I want my Children of the Corn, I can just pull out one damn Blu-ray and watch the entire Children of the Corn. So that'll do it for my Earl. And I think next up we have combo pack for Grindhouse double feature. Don't Look in the Basement and Don't Open the Door. So if y'all guys are on Facebook, check me out in Terror from the Basement, my official home for horror and gothic media and movies. And so if y'all guys are on YouTube, y'all guys are on Facebook, y'all can check me out at Terror from the Basement. So this is a double combo pack, and it's also have reversible artwork too also. And this is a DVD, and it's the Blu-ray. And this is the special features. And what they did was they put the poster bill on the inside for the front cover, so you can reverse the cover around. And see how it says, "Two doors we dare you to open." And I think this is pretty badass. And then a little bit of synopsis behind this. In the theaters when this particular came out, the director boasts a lot about themes and Grindhouse and how the movies were kind of fading out. So it's like you guys got to check this thing out. And he did a really, really good job on it. And I'm glad that he included the fact that he's giving you it into a combo package. So I think that one's beautifully, beautifully done. This is beautifully done by MVD. I believe this is the first title that I do have by MVD. Maybe have more titles by MVD too also, but yeah, this is reversible art, Blu-ray and DVD. And it's beautifully done. It's from the cult film director, S.F. Brownrigg. He does it up pretty good. And this is the back of the special features. And it's the same makers of It's Only a Movie. It's Only a Movie from the Last House on the Left. He starts off by boasting, and the trailer artwork for this is beautiful. I mean, they do boast heavily on from the makers of Last House on the Left. They say they warn you again. It's only a movie. It's only a movie. And it says the line of sanity has been crossed in a single step, it says, and leading you into the nightmare world of a horror that you will not forget. When you enter the nightmare world of the insane, they say. Don't look in the basement. Thought that shit was hard as shit. And don't open the door. 2 grindhouse hits both together, and goddamn, this shit damn sure rocks too, for real. Show enough. All right, so next up, another feature that rocks too also, which is a double combo pack, The House on Tombstone Hill. This is beautifully done by Severin. Like I said, they weren't in any order, but I did it. And this is also reversible artwork, along with being a combo pack, and it's aka Dead Dudes in the House. I like it on the first version. This is why I have it turned that particular way. So guys, click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And let's talk about some movies. And this is the DVD side. And I like the old lady. She's pretty much bad. And she's played by one of these characters too also, because these are all the guys who directed this movie. They were young guys. And they decided to do a horror movie because they were inspired by horror. And this is what I mean by independent film directors, stuff like that. We end up, this is myself included, we start off by collecting movies that we liked, that we watched as a kid, that we were always scared of. And in return, we end up making movies. So this is where I am now with being an independent film director. House on Tombstone Hill. It's one of my favorites. He goes, all right, this should do it. And he goes right out of the window. All right, so next up, another one of my favorites. Grandmother's House. Totally badass. Reversible artwork cover. Beautifully done by Vinegar Syndrome. The other one's Vinegar Syndrome too. So both of these two are Vinegar Syndrome. I had to change that up for somebody to say, oh, that's Vinegar Syndrome. I'm going through these kind of quickly because I got a lot of stuff to do today. But yeah, both of these two are Vinegar Syndrome. That's part of my Vinegar Syndrome collection. So we have Grandmother's House. And particularly we have the reversible artwork, Blu-ray and DVD. And this is what the artwork looks like on the cover. Nothing special. That's why I like the first part of it. That looks pretty good. It looks just like the one that's on here too also. And I like the way how they had it hooked up too also. And this is the DVD side. Pretty much badass. Alright, so Grandmother's House. Special features rocks. It's totally action-packed, and I like the way how it had a good, huge storyline to it. And I love the house. The house was just totally amazing. Every time I review this on my channel, Turn from the Basement, on my YouTube site, on my Facebook site, I get a lot of reviews for this. So, yeah. Vinegar Syndrome collection. And next up, we have Slumber Party Massacre. This is by Shout Factory. Scream Factory, I believe. Yep, and should be another one too also. Yep, Scream Factory. All right, so we have Slumber Party Massacre. I do also have Slumber Party Massacre 2 too also, but I like the first one. Russ Stone is a bastard, but I tell you, when he was going around killing him, I like the music too also. It's pretty badass, and it's not reversible, but this is what the artwork looks inside. And it's packed full of special features too. Also, totally rocks. And talk about early '80s. This thing really, really rocks. Slumber Party Massacre. I think everybody grew up on Slumber Party Massacre, Sorority House Massacre, and all the rest of the stuff. I do also have other movies I'm going to bring out too on the second haul. Like I have some other features that were around the same year. Slumber Party Massacre. All right, so next up, which is a combo pack and reversible artwork, Sleepaway Camp. Felicia Rose. No need to say about that. Everybody knows about Felicia. She was at Comic-Con too, also. At Comic-Con. She was also at the convention for horror. And this is the Blu-ray. And this is the reversible artwork. Yep. And this is the opposite side of the DVD side. She stays at the convention. So, and it's packed full of special features and all that kind of good stuff. And it's beautifully done. Sleepaway Camp. All right, so next up we have Night of the Demons. And this is also a combo pack. Everybody knows Night of the Demons. Every Halloween I play this. I pull this out and bring it out, and then have it show for everybody. And this is the combo pack. Reversible artwork, Blu-ray and DVD. And this is what the reversible artwork looks like. And just throwing another party. Won't you come? It's beautifully done. Alright, so next up we have Angela's throwing another party. Night of the Demons 2. It's beautifully done. It's a trick or treat, sucker. It's beautifully done on the inside. No artwork on the inside, but it's beautifully done. And then next up we have Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is another one of my favorites too also. Because you're in Mooney's jail now. And you ain't got no rights. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And also, my last and least, every year, guys, I do this as my Christmas treat. I do Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, 1 and 2, which is my favorite all time. It's just a reversible artwork, and it also has... it's a double combo package. It's Billy's home again. Every year I bring Billy out, and it's garbage day. And then there it is. And this is part 1. Looks like you get to see him again, Billy. He comes out every year. And this is part 2. I left the slip casing on it. Thought it was badass. This is a collector's edition too also. It's garbage day. So yeah, guys, thank y'all for checking me out at Popcorn and Gore Gothic Grindhouse. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you like what I do. And don't forget to check me out at Terror from the Basement on my on my Facebook site. And feel free to leave me some messages. And this is my birthday month tribute to my hand-picked horror for my entire month. Birthday month of April. My birthday is on the 20th of this month, but I decided to get started early by pulling out some hand-picked treats for my entire watch list for my entire month of my birthday, month of April. So thank y'all guys for checking me out. As always, I welcome your guys' comments. Thank you for all the likes that you've been giving me, guys, on all of the videos that I already do have up. Feel free to click on some of the other media that I do have if you missed any other thing that I already had done before. And watch those videos, guys, and check me out. I do go category by category. I don't have my stuff in ABC order in my lab. But what I do have them in is genres. So, because it's easy to put them in genres. And I have a huge posters on my wall for as collecting. I don't have any more room for more posters. But I'll be getting some more posters. So as soon as I get some room in, I'll be able to hang them up. and I'm working on a new theme shelf, which is geared towards 70s sleazy trash. So look forward to that, guys. Coming up next, I'll be doing my 70s sleazy trash grindhouse features. And shout out to 42nd Street Pete and all of my members who've joined in on my page and made things possible for me and to inspire me to keep on going as an independent film director. Like I said, working on my independent film. I'll be getting back out there filming and doing some more good stuff towards Grindhouse. And I always grew up in Mind State with horror and my love for sci-fi along with other genres. But my main horror love was always with horror because with horror movies, I was able to gravitate to it quickly. And then once I started to become not being scared, because I used to hide in my bed and my pillow, and everything always freaked me out. And every week I remember we go into the video store, we go to Earl's Video, we go to Blockbuster Video, we go to mom and pop shops, and I just started collecting movies, man. And it started just growing over the years. I'm almost in my 50s now, so just to let you know that I started collecting when I was 13. And I just, for my love of horror, man, just never did stop. And I'm pleased to say that media collecting for me was not only a ultimate, but it led me to my end career goal, which is being an independent film director, which I am now. So I'm totally sole proprietor, and I do this 24/7 as my living job. So this is what I like to do. So it's just rewarding to find out that the movies that I supported as a kid end up turning around and started supporting me because it inspired me to do to go from watching the films to actually putting something on the featured wheel film of my own feature. So thank y'all guys for checking me out. I hope this video wasn't too long, and don't forget, guys, check out my other videos that I do have already up on my channel. And if you're on Facebook, check me out at Terror from the Basement. Thank y'all guys, and I'll see y'all in the next feature wheel. So yeah, guys, looks like we went through an entire selection of movies, haven't we? Even though some of the titles are upside down, but yeah, we went through a considerable amount for my month of April, handpicked. Yeah, so we did a pretty much bang up job on it of media that are waiting to go in. So let me show y'all guys some of my stuff that I do also have on the shelf. So yeah, guys, so these are some of the ones that we went through already. All the titles that I pretty much be putting back. And these are some of the titles that I do also already added already to the shelves. Just to show y'all guys. And I made room for 2 Blu-ray players. I just added my remotes at the top. And these are some of my VHS collection. Let's just show y'all guys. I have it already organized already. And this is the horror, classic horror part with my Dark Shadows and Tevye Michaels. And everybody else is behind there. My Mill Creek 50 packs are behind that one right over here. So I also have those already set up. There's the Corpse Grinders, Undertaker and his pals, like the one I told you before. Just to show y'all guys that one. So there's the Carnival of Blood and Undertaker and his pals, a Grindhouse Double Shock show. Alright, so these are the ones I went over already, all put back for the entire shelf of horror. I finally got them in order: Severin, Earl, Vinegar, Code Red, Blue Diamond. Got them all in order. There's my Ultimate Night of the Living Dead poster, 24 by 36. Beautifully done. Apologize about the glare, guys, but yeah, there she goes. I'm a huge fan of Night of the Living Dead. Next up is my other poster of Julia Voth from Bitch Slap. Beautifully done, 24 by 36. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And there's the mayor's daughter too, also, of My Night of the Living Dead poster. And my huge 36 by 24 nude, none of that, Sarah Nicklin. That makes up my exploitation side. But yeah, it's beautifully done, all hung up and pretty much ready to go. None of that. And guys, there's my media theme bed already put together. Looking pretty badass. And back to my classic horror section. So guys, thank y'all for checking me out. This has been a long, very tour of my horror collection for my month of April, celebrating my birthday month. And I just want to thank y'all guys for checking me out and liking what I do. And feel free to leave me some comments on movies that you're watching on your list. And see y'all on the next video. Which will be doing the Sleazy Trash 70s. And I move over to my secondary shelf. So thank y'all for supporting. And as always, keep collecting. Peace.